Oh boy, it's that time. It's that time again. Super Nintendo Switch rumors are back, baby. You think I was gonna miss it? Hells no. Let's talk about it. What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario bringing you another Super Nintendo Switch video, aka the Switch Pro, or aka Switch 4K. I'm gonna put all of them in little hashtags anyway, so whatever you want to call it, video. Alright, so things are getting interesting now. So of course Bloomberg has announced, they dropped another leak / rumor that another Nintendo Switch model is on the way in the future. Now, they said specifically is that there were 11 companies that have received 4K enabled Switch Devkits. So, of course, in order for it to be 4K enabled, these Switches have to be more powerful than your average Switch. So, basically, a different piece of hardware altogether. And they've received these Devkits to start making games. Now, technically, this is something that happens a lot in the gaming industry, because they want to give people time to have something to show when they're ready to start showing things to promote this new system. Now, of course, speaking of promotion, if you want to continue to get videos from me, I advise you to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter just in case YouTube stops notifying people of my videos again. Don't think I didn't see that, YouTube, what you did with the Star Wars video that nobody got a chance to see. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do all that kind of stuff to help the channel grow. And of course, to protect yourself from unsubstantiated rumors, use today's sponsor, Salt. Now with soul. For when you want your seasoning with soul and you want your chicken to be bold, bars. You know what I'm saying? Salt. Protecting you from unseasoned food and unsubstantiated rumors from YouTube for decades. Use Salt today for your rumors. That's right, I'm a big boy YouTuber. I got sponsors. Bloomberg has said that 11 companies, they've talked to people from 11 different game companies, including Zynga for some reason, who have said that they have received dev kits for a 4K enabled Switch system. Now, this is kind of interesting because, of course, for months we've been speculating that, that something was coming through, and then they announced the Switch OLED, and, that kind of dashed everybody's dreams. And then things got quiet, and now things are kind of riled up again. And the weird thing about this is, if this was coming from any other source, I would definitely be taking this with a much bigger grain of salt. But this is coming from Bloomberg. All right, Bloomberg is if you don't know what Bloomberg is, it's not the former presidential candidate. I just use him because his name is the same. But it's coming from Bloomberg is a business magazine. All right, so essentially they're like a business news magazine. They're like CNN or Newsweek, but specifically for businesses and people who are into the stock market, things like that. They are reporting on this, and that gives it a weird credibility, because if this was like IGN or like, well, I will say Kotaku, but Kotaku be having the juice sometime. All right, I mean, they be doing that SJW stuff, but sometimes Kotaku have the juice. But if this was a regular gaming site, it would be a little different because it's par for the course for them to talk about video games. It's not par for the course for a business-oriented company like Bloomberg to talk about video game leaks unless it is something big. Now, of course, Nintendo almost immediately denied this rumor, which is also interesting, which adds fuel to the fire, because one, game companies don't really do that very often, because, I mean, acknowledging rumors gives them validity. Even if you deny the rumor, it's still giving it validity. If you don't talk about it, if you don't say anything about it, it's just a rumor. That's the mistake that Nvidia made with the GeForce leak from a couple weeks ago. Because when they talked about that leak, which I did videos on that, you can check that out in the card above. You know what I'm saying? When they talked about that leak, they essentially confirmed it. If they wouldn't have never talked about it, it would have been something that would have just gone down into the annals of gaming history to be debated on Discords and message boards for years to come. But once they said something, they made it real. Nintendo kind of did the same thing, but they kind of didn't have a choice either. Because, again, since this was Bloomberg and this wasn't like, say, your joystick or your Giant Bomb or your GameSpot or what have you, it gives the rumor validity. You know what I'm saying? You know, not to mention it's on the business side. I guarantee you some shareholder or executive somewhere saw this when he read his Bloomberg this morning and was like, hey, somebody get on this. And that's probably why. Because usually Nintendo does not talk about rumors. One thing I thought about when I was editing this was Bloomberg supposedly talked to 11 different people from 11 different companies. And they all said pretty much the same thing, that they had dev kits for the Switch Pro or 4K enabled dev kits. So, I mean, 11 people who aren't connected to each other and they don't know each other probably wouldn't lie about the same exact thing. So that's something else to take into account. So, what do you think? Do you think it's real? I mean, because there are more things to really think about here, because we still have a chip shortage. You know what I'm saying? We still have a chip shortage going on. And, you know, there are a lot of people within Nintendo who have said that even the Switch OLED could have thinner numbers for the holiday season, especially if it's a hit. Not to mention, one reason Nintendo definitely did deny the rumor is because it would definitely, you know, kneecap the Switch OLED. Because why would you spend $350 for a Switch with a slightly larger screen when you could wait and get a whole 4K deal a year or two down the line? Now, if you don't have a Switch, the Switch OLED is the perfect thing. Alright, I mean, because it has all the features of the Switch, the portability, you know, and everything like that, but it also has that big, beautiful screen. So I would say, if you don't have a Switch, jump in. If you already have a Switch, keep your Switch and let this ride out and let's see what happens. Alright, so that's about it for this. Of course, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Comment because I want to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear y'all opinions on this. And as always, folks, keep it real. It's rumor season, baby.